Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about Double Masters. Yes, you see a beautiful sealed Double Masters box in front of me and in front of you here. I have this box for a while now. I actually wanted to use it for a draft, but I never got around to it, and at the moment that might not be a bad thing, because it seems as these boxes are spiking. The VIP boxes as well are spiking. I think for a whole case of 16 VIP boxes you pay around $3,000, but for this Double Masters box in Europe at the moment you pay about 500 to 550 euros. And there's a very interesting thing, because in the US they are currently sitting at around 8 to 850, and they are actually moving towards $1,000. So yeah, I wanted to talk about why the discrepancy appears between the US and Europe. This one actually leaves you a little note. Special draft rule, 2 cards for your first pick each booster, because it's a Double Masters booster pack, so you can actually get 2 very nice rares. Just a quick look at the bottom of the box. Made in Belgium, as most of my boxes. I had the opportunity to visit Cartamundi once in my life, but it's a very high security facility these days, so I think I will never have the opportunity again. Always good. I like the Belgian print quality, and it's consistent with all my cards. So let's leave it on this side. Double Masters. Why is there a discrepancy? Rudy was talking about Double Masters moving towards $1,000. Apparently on the US market they are not available. A lot of people in Europe were talking about the fact that, yeah, but in Europe it's still 400 euros and it's still cheap. And I actually was looking at the prices, and I did a little experiment. As you know, I like to do experiments, and I was putting up this box on the Dutch correspondent to eBay, which is called Marktplaats, which means marketplace, and it's a little worse than eBay because you can't, nowadays you can leave feedback, but nothing is secure. You can bid, and there is not like a timer. You just put up the auction. No, it's not even an auction. You just put up the thing for sale, and people can just mail you and whatever. And I put up this one for sale for 750 euros. I thought, fuck it, I want to see what happens. And I already got 6 mails of people like, yeah, you fucker, you're crazy, where do you get the price from? I was like, yeah, okay guys, this is funny. I also put a box of Rivals of Ixalan here. I will let you know why in a bit. Also a sealed box. Do I put it this way or no? It feels weird. I don't want to damage the box. They get quite expensive as well. So that was really, really funny to see people react to the fact that I put this up for 750 bucks. But what is the price really over here in Europe? So I'm gonna have a look at something for you here, and I'm gonna just go through eBay, and I'm gonna just go through Card Market and put the price in Europe a bit into perspective, because it's not as cheap as people might think. And even there are some cheap boxes still out there, but even those are getting very scarce, and we're gonna have a look at how scarce exactly. So yeah, the fact is you can put it up for whatever you want. I think this one will go up even more. People are doubting that it will stay up once Double Masters 2 will come out. I actually think it will, because it's the same with other booster boxes I checked out where they did like a reprint or whatever. The original always went up in price. I don't know why. And even if the single card prices drop, some people want to get the original, and that seems to be the reason, because the reason for these originals being up in price as well. In general, I think $1,000 is too expensive for this one. But I think if people pay it, then then it's what the market decides. And if it's correct or not, I'm not the one who is deciding if it's correct or not, if people pay it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at eBay first. We're gonna check out. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff open here. You see on the top, but that's not a bad thing. I see if I can crop that in before I release the video. You see, I look a lot for board games. I've been looking for Hackathon recently, Library of Alexandria, and there's actually the box I've been looking at, Double Masters, for $550. This one is still available. There were 4 available, which makes sense because it's like a bigger box, and that means a case is containing 4 boxes, as far as I know. I think that's right. If not, let me know in the comments. But this one is $550. No, a pretty fair price still. 3 have been sold, and if I look at Double Masters booster boxes and at how many there are for sale, there's one for $780 from Germany, plus $30 shipping, so that's 800 plus, so that's the same price as in the US. Then there's one for 600 plus 16 euros shipping, so that's 620 roughly, and the one for 550 plus 10 euros shipping, and there's one for 450, but that one is actually in French, so I don't count that one. I just look at the English ones. So eBay, and I'm looking at Europe only, and I'm looking at the European Union, because there you don't have to pay like import tax and this kind of shit. You don't want to pay, because then quickly boxes can get really expensive. Shipping within Europe normally is about 10 to $20, so the $30 shipping is a ripoff anyways. So, but yeah. Then we're gonna have a look at Card Market, which is interesting as well. There are a lot of boxes still. There's 102 boxes, I think. It's very small on my screen. Around 100 boxes. 101? Yeah, I can't really read it. It's too small on the editing screen. And there are a lot, but let's filter it to only English ones. And there are a lot less than. It still counts the overall total, but there you see there are still some for 420, 430, 450, but look at these boxes. They all often are in Switzerland. And if you order from Switzerland, because Switzerland is not part of the European Union, it's of course based in Europe, but they always have been neutral, then you have to pay import tax if you order to the European Union. And that is, if I would order to the Netherlands, I have to pay import tax, and that's about 21%, because that's the tax rate if you buy something from out of the European Union. And that means you have to pay that you have to pay that for the actual price, and you have to pay it for shipping. So let's say it's 450 and it's 30 euros shipping, so that's 480. That's about $100 extra. So that's 580 already, and then yeah, you're quickly reaching 600. There, of course, are some here in Austria, in Belgium. The price is getting a little more expensive already there. Some in Germany, some in Italy, some in Czechia. Yeah, you can get them for, let's say, around $500 is pretty reasonable. But then I started to count, and yeah, I'm going to move over to the Marktplaats thing to have a look at what's available on the Dutch side. And if I search for Double Masters, then you can clearly see there's only one box, and that's mine. So that's that one box for 750 from Jürgen. That's me. So there is nothing available here in the Netherlands, which is pretty funny. But let's skip back to Card Market, and if you count the actual boxes, then you will see there are around 30 boxes under $500. A lot of them are in Switzerland, and the other 70 boxes are above 500 bucks. And as you just saw here, there are even a lot for 600-700. So everything is relative, guys. I know you, if you're searching for it, you probably can get a box for 450-500 bucks still. So the 750 I put it up for is quite expensive. It was I'm not expecting to sell it. I don't want to really sell it, but still thinking about opening it actually just for fun, but it might get too expensive to open. Rather sell it and buy reserve list cards for the money you get from it. No, but if you want to get it for a reasonable price, you still can get some, but let's say around 30 for a reasonable price. How long do you think those 30 boxes will last? 4 on eBay. Nothing on the Dutch marketplace. I don't know if other countries have like similar marketplaces as the Dutch ones, but in the whole European Union, on eBay there are 4, and all of them are above 550 euros, including shipping. So yeah. How long do you think it will take to adjust? Because some people said like, yeah, the inflation in the US is so high, so you get less for your money. So $1,000 for a box like this is about the equivalent of 600-700 bucks in Europe. But yeah, it's I think Europe is just a bit slow at the moment with this, and I often see like Europe being more expensive actually, especially when it comes to single cards. In the US, certain high-end single cards are less expensive than in Europe, so that's pretty interesting to see. But in this case, the boxes are more expensive in the US. But I don't think there is a specific reason like inflation. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it plays into the fact that those are a little more expensive a bit, but in general, I don't think that's the main reason. I think Europe is just sleeping. And if you look at the actual numbers and what is actually available, like 30 boxes under 550 or under 500 or whatever, yeah, I have to count the exact numbers, but you can do the math yourself. You have seen it. There is not a lot left. Last thing, if you are still here, people start to learn that they need to stay until the end, same as in the Marvel movies. I am curious. I was thinking about putting up the Double Masters box for trade, and I'm going to record a video about it. That might be a bit of a high entry, so let's say it's like worth 550 to 600 bucks. And I talked about the fact that I want to do like a trade up video series in which I trade the box for a reserve list card, or trade a reserve list card for a reserve list card, and see if we can trade up throughout 2022, which would be pretty funny. But I thought maybe it's cool to start with a sealed box. And I think the entry point for Double Masters is pretty high, but I'm happy to put it out there and see what people are offering for trade. And I'm going to record a video about it. Or we could start with the Rivals of Ixalan box and put that one out there, because that's about 250, 300. I don't know. I have to look it up, but roughly that amount. A bit lower entry point for starting to trade up. Let me know what you would prefer. Or would you prefer me to put up a reserve list card myself and trade from there? But I think it's an interesting experiment to put up a sealed product, which everybody can buy, and leave it on the shelf for about 2, 3, 4 years, and then start to trade up with it. So that I would like to start with a box, and I think I'm going to do that. But I would like to know which box you would prefer, the Rivals of Ixalan box or the Double Masters box. Folks, I wanted to act on this quickly. I think I'm going to give this video like a cool name, like Rudy is right or something. Maybe it helps me with the views. Have a great day whenever you're watching this, and stay healthy, stay frosty. Thanks for listening. Bye, folks.